I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope, Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't open it. Oh, it's from Nilu! Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyno's reinstatement as heroes of Sumeru. Please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people. Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Tainari!
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else...
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good...
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to...
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about...
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Cyno?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Cyno doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Cyno's close friends.
Kala has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. You see, some VIPs have come to the...
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya Forest.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideology. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that...
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangement.
Oh, it'll be fine.
I was thinking the same thing.
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon,
We got your letters, so here we are!
you're the best. The other guests haven't even...
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of... Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all. You have...
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then because Paimon thinks everybody will love her.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time.
Nonsense. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that...
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can...
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell us.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going.
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dean asked for Sino. We've only heard that he appears at the Academia from... I'm not too sure about Rahman's whereabouts. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. We haven't seen Al-Haytham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Al-Haytham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Al-Haytham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cavey was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the...
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there!
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just...
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are...
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What makes you say that?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I...
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems...
Ha! What was your first...
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices of all...
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to Alhaitham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off,
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after...
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6... Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seat. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, And the leaders selected for the schools are the 6th grade sages. Among the 6th grade sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do the...
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kus-
Huh? But... why? Ugh, can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6th grade sages. Like a-
Oh, all right. So are you busy?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kisharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could, which is exactly why he always has,
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people.
such as the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend.
All right, I'll see you there.
Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while.
Dinyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen...
I'm doing well. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? No,
Yeah!
that's right.
Why do you still call me that?
I guess I'm...
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homeyanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. When I took this job, I'd already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna...
I want to take a risky job and put...
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the...
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan, I guess life is short. And I'm happy that I got to be a part of that but the whole thing also made me...
Well, I remember a friend.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still...
We just came from talking with Alhaith.
Did he tell you that he's...
What?
I heard that Azar and...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Ugh, forget about it. I'll hate them probably...
But you know, if you... Because you're super...
The Matra have all... In fact, I chose this job from...
Even if being a mercenary means
A lion has to return to the wild sooner.
I don't want to see you go, but
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never... Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before...
Huh? But wait a second.
Well, no, not yet at least.
So, have you been in Port Ormos?
oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letters.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on...
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing...
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to
Yes! She said they were preparing a...
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the...
Since it's being organized by Nilu...
All right, then this is how I'll...
The feast will be held in 2 days.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting...
Oh, by the way, do you...
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes with us.
Oh,
But last time we met, as for Rahman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he's... Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
all right. On to our next stop. It's been a while since we last visited. Ah, there's Sino.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tainari agreed.
It seems Gandarvaville's medical chief.
And Tainari is recovering well.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought...
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive.
But why are you just standing here like a
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. But you know one of the people I meet.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert.
Roman! And... Huh?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well,
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be...
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly...
oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, well, I suppose I should... I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar. But I have not completely given up on my relationship.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to...
Wow, so you want to be...
Sataria will return to support education here and teach. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru.
Yes, it's my hope that that is the true meaning of education.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sand. The stars have always guided caravan.
Oh, please, where's all of this?
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger, and
Sataria's idea will bring much good.
At first, I feared it was destined to... As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were lightning bolts. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you... Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never...
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to... I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though...
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to... My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to...
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to... I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several...
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other...
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting... We must be persistent about this, and maintain the...
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasa. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again...
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to... At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Maha... although, judging from your appearance, it's...
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must...
No, not really. But...
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss...
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind... The messages... I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be...
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino?
Got it.
Today's the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along. Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
But we're not late, are we?
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Whoa! It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing!
the food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru. And
Feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job.
My lady sure has.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the...
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive.
We owe it to our abilities. And
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us?
That's how I remember it too.
it's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, moreover, judging from...
Yeah, everyone gave it their... It was almost like a performance. Everyone played their part. And thanks to...
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academy.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say...
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew...
Even if those two giants of the Academia, those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Ku... If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns...
Perhaps I shouldn't say this.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I respect our deity's decision. And while we're on this topic, why...
Are you trying to say...
Not at all.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from...
Could you try to put it another way? This is a...
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motive.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intent.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait,
So that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all.
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work.
That's right.
will you be happy?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I'm.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Ah, there you are. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? That is the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourself. I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really... I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious. Yeah. I don't often come to such places. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, there's always next time. We're friends after all.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings. But no. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms. I seem to have taken both keys. Oh well.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious.
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, what an amazing place to relax. No wonder.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you... Of course. Just wait here. It's me. You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had... Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still... Please say thank you to everyone for me. Oh, is it not convenient for you to do... if I just show up all of a sudden, what if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? Okay. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The fool... Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice.
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of... Without you, without any of you, had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat, people refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. Please, allow me to present to you my most...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and...
Dinyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you...
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to...
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things...
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hope you like...
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master... Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask. travel. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in awe. So are we. And that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know? Is that where you're headed next? As far as I know, does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, however, even then, Focalor will still, as Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. His future will be determined. You mean, what happened after? Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to it. And as for what I exchanged, the exchange served as both punishment for the Doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the... After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used. I've given it some thought, but this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, the Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge, although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha. And as for the future of Sumeru, the former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take... Are you sure? Isn't there something else? Huh? You mean... About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister. Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information? This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any... However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out... What? There is only one possible explanation. Shiba... But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first... According to the records I was able to access, after the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion... What do you mean, Fuzzy? All I know for sure is that somebody, and whoever it is, if they... But even that... Something else I noticed was... What's a descender? Paimon's... Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the... A very important part of the intel was a... Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th descender. Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we... As for the other descenders, I still need to verify their existence. Paimon's head's about to burst from all this... And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time, and soon, you'll also begin your journey, and I'm very interested in your... If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future...
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't... Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes.
Things in Sumeru have settled down now.